Right, I thought it'd be fun to do like a full day in the life. We're back on the renovation where we were on the last video. It's just gone, well, it's just approaching 6 o'clock in the morning. It's about 10 to 6. We'll probably do about 12 and a half hours today. It probably won't be about 6 o'clock when we get home tonight, I would have thought. Well, we'll see what we can get done. Hopefully today goes all right and we'll get straight on with it. Right, so we're back on this one. This is finishing off where we were last video. I've just ran a hot, cold and a waste through from the other side. There's a basin and wall hung toilet on the other side, so it's flipped mirror on the wall. So we've got soil pipe there, that one just teased through, pick up that frame. I've just ran the hot cold through there. That's cold, that's going to be cold for this system, so I'm going to get this one set up next. Soil pipe will just run behind and they're just going to stud in front of this. So my waste, I'll probably just pick it up there. This one's just a Durgo on this one. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. That waste will just run behind and then go into here somewhere. So that's pretty much the pipework in, hot and cold for the basin. So I've just got the frame to set up next. Pipework is sleeved as well before anybody says it, so that should be fine. I've just used a bit of overflow pipe through there, and then I've spaced them off so I can get a bit of lagging on as well, but we'll worry about that in a minute. I always try and line all my clips through. I know you're never going to see it, but it just looks better if anybody walks in. It just, everything looks symmetrical. I don't know, it's just my OCD really. So we've just got this 1.25 inch one running behind, and I'll boss this into the vertical soil pipe. So there'll be a Durgo sitting above spillover, probably about 1 metre, 10-50, and then we'll just boss that in somewhere over there. But I'll get that done first so I can get my frame tight back to here then. They're getting all that floor primed as well, ready for the latex screed to go over the top, so they have to prime all the panels and the pipe, and then they just pour it in, I guess. I'm not 100% sure how they do it, but that's the proper primer, so it sticks and keys, I guess. And then they'll get all that done, that whole area, all the way through there. It's literally just a case of making sure everything stays level and plumb with these frames. I've already fixed it at the top through them brackets, so it is solid. I'm just going to coach bolt it to the floor, and then we can just work that soil in across into there. Basin pipes are in, and this cold feed will end up just coming up with the elbow there and then swinging it across. I don't want to elbow it that close because I'll end up melting the plastic system, so we'll solder that out of position, come up and across, and that'll be fine. There are built-in valves anyway on them, but it's solid at the top. Just coach bolt it at the bottom, get the waste in, and then I'll get the waste in, 2 separate wastes off the basin. So I don't want this basin waste going into that one, because you can end up with like siphonage and stuff. So I just want a separate one across, and then they'll just stud straight across there. And that's the best I can do. I can't get it much tighter back because obviously where that soil pipe comes out of the ground, it's 4 or 5 inches off the wall. So this will do this one. Tower rail pipes are in, Jacob did them, all taped up, beautiful. So we are getting there. So we've just got a wall hung semi pedestal, and then this frame here. These just then clip on under there like that, and they snap in. I don't know if you heard it click. So that soil pipe's all in there. I've just swung that round with a couple of 45s. That'll be fine. We're just going to stack a Durgo up here, or a short bar socket, and then Durgo will come up to there somewhere above spillover, and then we'll just boss these wastes into that short bar sockets, and that's this side done then. So they're going to stud that in, and then once that's studded in, I'll reinforce the frame. I just got the ball valve to pipe up. They've just started pouring the latex stuff, and it's lifting the panels, so Jacob's having to go around the strap band. We've strap banded loads, but what a nightmare jobs. A big sigh that was. Yeah, still got all these to lag as well. Oh, loads to do yet. So I've just ran these wastes in. That one bosses in at the back, and that one just bosses in the side. I don't think we'll have any issues with cross flow or anything like that, because it will come straight through. They're only basins anyway. So I just supported that at the back. That's set up from a semi-paired. So I'm just going to run a bit of 4-inch soil pipe with a Durgo, and then just pipe that cold feed up. And that's this run all done. So we've got a nice fall on all the wastes, as you can see, all soldered up, all glued up, all supported, and that should be fine. And if you get that bit right, everything else should fall into place. So I just swung that up, soldered that out of position, so I've no risk of melting the cistern, and then we are done. Just put a Durgo on there above spillover, and then they'll stud all this out. We'll put some ply lining in there as well, so I can get fixings for my basin. And other than that, this one's all done. Looks alright, I think. So obviously, yeah, all done to the drawing anyway. So it's 400 The toilet's 350 off that wall. So I'm just bringing a soil pipe through here. This is the one that all my unvented discharge is going to run into. You find running that into a vented soil pipe. It must be a vented one. You shouldn't really put them into just a Durgo, apparently, so I've been told. But this will end up going through the roof, end up taking it out there somewhere. So I've just got that to jiggle out. As you can see, all our pipe work coming back to this point now, and then the cylinders will sit up here. So I'm just finishing off the toilet frame below. Got them ones in. Got them ones in down there, the same back to back. You saw that one earlier. And then all these pipes, we're having a nightmare with this latex stuff. All the pipes are lifting, so we're having to strap band every one. Absolute pain. I've still got another 250 square metres of it to do as well. But you can see we've got tons of pipes coming back here. 28 flow and returns from the boiler. Got 15 hot and colds just across that side. And I've still got to bring the ones through from over there. So there is tons to do. I'm under tons of pressure because the plasterers are in a couple of days. I've still got all that underfloor heat to do, all the pipes to test, lag, frames to finish off. What else have we got to do? Loads. But we are getting there. You can see where we've been. It's just when you got, well, I've got 2 pairs of hands because I've got Jacob, but you can only do what you can do. So my next little job is I'm just setting these manifolds up. Haven't quite got enough ply on the van to get that 3-port one on there. Separate flow and returns in for both manifolds because they'll come off the header. We'll put the zone valves and stuff up there in the roof. It's easier to get to be fair. What else have we got? Just put some boards down in there in that room. They've been latex in this floor, so we can't obviously get in there today. So yeah, I've just done this room. The rest of my panels are coming today as well at some point. And I gave the lads a hand off because I hate to see people struggle with, we've got about 90 or 100 bags of that, 20 kilos of bags, so I moved all that for them as well. Got a new toolbox as well, £5 off a car boot. Not too bad, it's virtually brand new. Got the shoulder strap, all the elastics intact in it as well. You can't really see, it's a bit dark. Let's bring that into the light. It's getting dark in here. Dark in here today, so yeah, got that for £5, which is not bad. We're upgrading the bucket finally. The bucket's going, probably not for long. And I got a Bako spanner, 50p. It's a made in Sweden one, so again not too bad. 50p. Probably can't see it. It's pitch black in here. Pitch black in here at the minute. So yeah, both their manifolds, that's the last one done. They're the last 2 manifolds, they all do this end. Obviously, these rooms won't be as bad, but having to strap every single end of the pipe is a pain. Obviously, that manifold's all done, pressure tested, got that up to 4 bar before the latex did all. So yeah, all the pipe work's coming along now. He's doing a good job, to be fair. So yeah, got all these in, we're labelling them as we go along. All the runs. So yeah, we're happy, fairly happy anyway. I was thinking when I was walking around that car boot, you could probably actually deck yourself out with a fairly good loadout, just with, like, I know it's second-hand stuff, but if you're an apprentice or something like that, you could probably get a good loadout. I was walking around there was like immersion spanners, all sorts of bits when you root through the boxes, and all like 50p each. So if I was an apprentice, I might actually do like a challenge type video, walk around a car boot and see what you can buy. There was a bender there. It wasn't a very good quality one. If it had been like a record one, I'd have probably bought it if it had been a couple of quid. There was some Rothenberger alloy Stilsons there, but they were like £8. I don't really need any more Stilsons, but to be fair, you could actually deck yourself out with a fairly good loadout. I might do like a challenge video, see what we can do, and then see if I can put like a heating system in. Something like, I don't know, if I can buy like 40 quid worth of tools off a car boot, see if we could actually put like a heating system in 40 quid. Obviously, I'll have to do it in one of my own houses. I'm actually doing my house up at the minute. I haven't actually showed anybody that yet, but that'll be a video for the future when I finally get going on that properly. So I might be able to do like a challenge video, buy 40 quid worth of tools off a car boot and see if we can do like a loadout. I can then probably give them away or something to an apprentice. It's food for thought. I just get these ideas in my head. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm down to do something like that if you guys want to see it. Right, so this is my home for the next half an hour or so. Just got it all swept out. We're going to put the panels down. Got a few boxes left anyway, so I think we can do this area and then we can start getting some pipes in this afternoon. So we've done that, they've done that in there, so job's coming along nicely. We're getting a fair bit done. Just want to get this done, and then we've just got the main room in there to do, but I've ordered all the panels for that. They should be here today. So with these ones, I'm putting more glue on, just because I did it to manufacturer's instructions on the others, and they seem to lift up a little bit as they were latexing. So we're going to put twice as much glue on. They basically said corner to corner and then a bit on the floor, but I'm spraying everything. I still end up having to strap band it, but I'll use a bit more glue. I ordered another box, which is quite expensive, but we'll get these all down in here. Right, I've started laying them in here now. I've got an afternoon to get 240 metres of squared tiles down. So that's your challenge I'm going to accept. I'll get it done. Got to obviously clean out in here first. To be honest, I wasn't expecting them to come quite so early. They were supposed to be coming before 4:30, but they've just arrived. So I'd actually just run out of tiles. So I'm going to get all these done, and then I can start getting some underfloor heating down, probably tomorrow. Because if I get all this done, I'd have had a very good day. Yeah, we'll see how well we get on. I'll do my best. Just keep pushing. That's probably why my knees are knackered all day on the all afternoon. Well, I've had probably 4 days on my knees doing that underfloor through there. It's probably why it popped out. But we're sound. Jacob's getting his flow and returns in, and I'll just get the rest of these panels down. I'm getting there. Nearly got this room done. Still got to get a trench across from the island. Not really my job, but they need power into the island, so I'll have to dig that floor up and then screed it back in. That ain't my job, but somebody's got to do it, so I'll have to do it when I need to get this floor down. It's builder's job really, but what can you do? I'm only here to do the plumbing, so yeah, I'll just have to do it. It annoys me stuff like that, I'm not going to lie, because that should be in before, well, A, I don't know why they screeded the floor, and B, that they should have put a duct across. It's on the drawing, so I'll just put, so I've got some pipe conduit over there, I'll put that in for the electrician. He's got to look after the other trades. Nobody looks after me, but I look after everybody else. So yeah, Jacob's just finishing off the primaries. Let's split the... I did that room earlier, I've still got this bit to do. Jacob's getting his primaries in from the manifolds. Put 2 separate primaries back to the header. We haven't got the header yet, I've ordered that today as well. And yeah, get in there. Just got to get into that room, obviously finish this strip off down here again, all builders rubbish in the way, or scaffolding. And then, yeah, one leg hanging out the ceiling. Look, it looks like something out of last of summer wine, that, doesn't it? Compo. He's alright. The screeders are done now, they've gone home. So they're all done through there. So obviously nobody's been able to get in there today, so we've had to be this side. And I'm just getting the rest of these boards down. That's as far as we got today. So most of this room's done. Just left the island bit out because I've got to get a thing across there. And yeah, that's as much as I can do. So tomorrow, finish this off, get a lot of the underfloor heating pipes down, most of the copper works in. I'm going to get Jacob doing the DG showers because we've got all them now, and just fit the shower trays, just bed them on sandy cement. And I've still got the gullies to sort out as well, that side. And now I've got... They want me to do all the heat recovery as well, maybe. I told them right from the start I didn't have time to do it. There's all heat recovery to go in here. I've done it before, it's just time really. I've just not got time. Always problem time. But they've got nobody to do it. So I don't know, I don't really want to do it. It's probably a week's work. But what can you do? I'll have a think about it tonight. Too busy at the minute to think about stuff. And we are done for the day. Just gone 6:30. Gotta go in the shower, get some tea, and that's me done. Forget about work now till tomorrow. Got to sort that heat recovery out because I really haven't got time to do it. I'll see if I can find a contractor. I did tell him from the start that I wasn't doing the heat recovery, and everything gets left to the 11th hour. So I'll sort that. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just do our bit, and that's all you can ever do. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got done today. Did alright. We had a few issues with the pipes popping up as he started latexing, and that was a bit of a nightmare to sort this morning. But I got the frames in, got a lot of the panels down. To be honest, it looks like I did a lot on them panels because I haven't done any cuts yet really. So there was just whole panels. I've got all the cuts to do tomorrow, and then we'll get some pipe in, and that's it. I don't think we get all that underfloor heating down tomorrow. I'll see how I get on. I'm going to get Jacob doing the digi showers and stuff. But yeah, I'm about knackered, so I'm going to go grab a shower, get some tea, and that's it for today. Floors are all down now. I'm going to get Jacob to sand and cement them trays in, or we're going to set that gully up. Jacob's going to get some sand and cement mixed up, bed that tray, and he's got his Velocity Pro 5.0 bag. I've got my £5 toolbox off the car boot. How much was that bag, Jacob? 180. I paid £5 for my box. 180 quid that. Yeah, Jacob's going to get this one done. We need to get this one in before it's plasterboarded. Normally I wouldn't recommend doing that, just because if the plasterboard it's going to be too tight. We're just going to have to make sure we can still get the door on, because by the time it's plasterboarded and tiled, I always put my trays in after it's plasterboarded, but this one it's too tight because we've only just got 900 and it's a 900 tray, so it'll have to go in now. Not ideal, but we can only do what we can do. So we're going to bed that up to that height, sand and cement, and then we've got a working however you say it, waterless trap on that one because they're decent quality, I think. So yeah, Jacob's going to do that. I'm going to continue with the underfloor heating, and then all of this end is done. I'm going to get my bath here just to make sure everything, nothing fouls up on the waste kit or anything like that, and the tap all misses the edge of the bath, and then everything else is set this side for us. I've got to change that gully actually because they're having a tiled floor in there now, not a vinyl. So I've got to change that for a tiled one. That's why we've not done anything in there. So we're just getting this manifold worked in. I forgot to bring some plywood to finish that bit off, but it's not the end of the world. All them tiles are down in them two rooms. Still got to do the corridor yet. But starting this end, I label them up as you go along. Can you see? I burnt my leg actually. My leg hurts a bit, but we're all right. So that's utility and toilet, this one. So that goes into the room behind us. So we'll work this round, and then we've got just one loop in there, and then one loop this side, and then one loop that side of the island, and then this one I think we've got 4 or 5 in there, and then there's 3 in that far room, and then 2 in the corridor which come off that other manifold. We've already done that little room in there, that's just the toilet. So we're getting there. This is the last major bit of the job for me, underfloor heating wise, and then we've got all the fun stuff, lagging all the pipes and up in the roof then, haven't we, Jacob? I'm sitting down on the job. I've been cutting bits of strap band in. Not been slacking, Jacob. I've been working. I picked up soldered male irons, but they look fine. It probably made it a bit harder for the next man, but if you ever want to change that blender, you can disconnect it there and there anyway and spin that off. It's all the ad, so soldered male irons it was. And just like that, it's all done. We've just got the last return leg, this side to run back in. Haven't put any boards there, but we'll fill the gaps in. Got all this rim done, just got the corridor to do, but that comes off the separate manifold. There's another 3-put one there. The toilet's all done, that's on its own separate zone. So we'll get these boards down in there. Yeah, it's gone fine. So all this room's done, that room through there is done, that room through there is done, and I've labelled them all up as you go along because it makes it easier. I also write on the pipes as well in marker pen, but it's just so you know where all the stats go. So yeah, that's all done really. As I say, that bit, and then that's all the underfloor heating done on this job. So it looks fine, I think. Looks fine. So all the areas covered. You can't really see the pipes in this white groove, in the whiteboard, but it is all in. And then we've just gone round the island. There's an island here somewhere, so we haven't put any pipes under there. Put the conduit in for the electrician. Yeah, should be alright. And we'll get all this pressure tested before it's all screeded. It's not being screeded for 3 or 4 more days. But yeah, you can't do much more than that. It looks fine. So I say we'll get that bit done. All the underfloor heating's done then. Worst bit of the job really. Jacob reckons we're going to have 12 metres left on this pipe. I reckon we're going to have 0 left on it. The box ain't sure either. It's going to be close. We're on the last 100 metres. We've got Agadoo on the radio. And yeah, it's going to be close this one. What do you reckon, box? Still not sure.